Hello and welcome to Hard Line Rugby, the channel focusing on rugby union in the Americas. With all teams playing, we had a full complement of games for round 5, from an early rise in Atlanta to titanic clashes in Texas, and finishing off with a new Sunday in New Jersey. This is a review of Major League Rugby 2021 round 5. At their home away from home, Toronto hosted Seattle in an early fixture as a result of COVID protocols. This also marked the first MLR match refereed by JP Doyle. The arrow struck first, with Joaquin Tucale dotting down for his first MLR try. Minutes later, co-captain Ben Lesage doubled the Arrows' lead. Although the Seawolves were able to get into the 22, errors prevented them from scoring, before Ross Brody got a full 7 to stretch the lead out further, with the visitors scoreless at the break. After Pat Parfait earned Toronto the try bonus point, it was finally time for Seattle to break onto the scoreboard. After an early attempt was discarded, it was the driving lineout that allowed Mike Shepherd to dot down and Ben Seamer to convert. However, a stunning team try by Jack McRogers, as well as other great efforts, ending with Jason Higgins and Gaston Cortez scoring tries, put an end to any comeback for the Seawolves. Toronto's last attempt was held up. A dream victory for the Canadian outfit, a nightmare for the two-time champions. The rainfall had made the gold mine into the Bayou, as New Orleans hosted New England. The Gold, in their Mardi Gras kits, got the first try of the match on the 20-minute mark, with a driving maul. It wasn't long before the Free Jacks scored a try of their own, as the wet conditions made tackling all the harder. Even with a penalty, New Orleans were unable to prevent Dougie Fife scoring New England's second try, with a conversion giving them the lead. However, just before the break, Gold winger Julian Dominguez made a beautiful break to score and regain the lead for the Gold, if only by 6 points. The back and forth continued in the second half, with Poland taking New England ahead before a dubious call gave the try to JP Duplessis and the lead back to NOLA. Fife's second try returned the lead to the visitors, but the missed conversions gave them the narrowest of margins. A 7-pointer returned the lead to the home team, and while New England would get the final try of the match, the missed conversion denied them the victory. A damp one in New Orleans, with the Gold reigning supreme over the Free Jacks. While not quite home just yet, the Legion returned to California to play host to the Utah Warriors at Dignity Health Sports Park. Cecil Africa's effort allowed Cam Clark to get the home team firing within the opening minutes. It wasn't too long afterwards that former Legionnaire and Warriors co-captain Mikey Teo scored for his new team. The Legion struck back in the 12th minute with a dot down in the corner. Utah responded with a try of their own 10 minutes later. San Diego dotted down for their third try of the half as they retained the lead at half-time. The Warriors were able to claim the lead for the first time in the second half with a Hagen Schultze 7-pointer after the restart. The Legion was able to retake the lead and get a try bonus point, but not without an ankle injury to Dylan Audsley. Another try for San Diego ensured that the home side would emerge victorious from this encounter, while the final try for Utah gave them the try and losing bonus points. A fine California homecoming for the Legion. The Sabercats hosted the Giltinis at the Aviva, with both teams hoping to continue their winning ways. LA struck first, with Harrison Gollard scoring in the second minute to get his team on the board. Not to be outdone, Robbie Povey sliced through the LA defence to get Houston's first try. LA turned to their experienced players as a crossfield kick found its way into the hands of DTH Van der Moa and LA's second try. Yet it was an LA mistake that brought the Sabercats back, as Zach Pangilinan intercepted a pass and sprinted ahead before offloading to Taylor Howden to get Houston back into the game. Excellent offloading gave LA their third try of the match, Penalties from the boot of Sam Windsor gave Houston the lead once more, before LA scored their 4th try, and the bonus point as Howson Goddard got his 2nd of the match. Cottrell was able to add LA's 5th try of the game before the break, as the visitors led by 8 points at half-time. Within minutes of the restart, Houston were back to scoring, as Povey was able to slice through LA's defence once more to get his team back within 1 point. LA were able to retake the lead with a driving maul, returning to a 6-point margin with a conversion miss, though Houston were not outdone yet. Nick Boyer was able to weave his way through to get the Sabercats their own try bonus point, while the conversion gave them the lead once more. LA decided to put an end to any Houston hopes when they scored their final 2 tries, both efforts from a driving maul. The Sabercats looked to be exhausted from a monumental effort by the Giltinis, though they can say that, so far this season, they have pushed LA the most. With the 5 match points, LA continue their unbeaten run, although Houston have proven that while they were unable to get the win, LA are far from unbeatable. Down in Austin, the Gilgronis hosted the Rattlers as the visitors looked to get back to their winning ways. It was a war of attrition, with ATL breaking the line numerous times, but became victims of their own errors, forced or unforced, to be prevented from scoring. The first points were scored in the 18th minute as a driving maul from the line-out for Austin gave Isaac Ross his first try in his MLR debut. It was 15 minutes later before ATL were able to collect points. Using the driving maul from the line-out themselves, it was Van Rensburg that was able to make the important score. However, the conversion was missed, leaving the visitors trailing by 2 at the break. We had to wait until the 55th minute for the next score, where after relentless attack on Austin's try line, Atlanta were able to pass out to Mark O'Keefe to get their 2nd try and the lead in the match. With only 7 minutes left in the match, the approach suddenly changed. Connor Mooneyham collected his own kick to produce a stunning solo try, which returned the lead back to the Gilgronis. However, the hard work was undone in the 78th minute, as Austin gave away the penalty under the post. Robbie Petzer struck with accuracy to give a narrow lead back to the visitors. Just as Rugby ATL thought they had won after a drop goal attempt was charged down, Atlanta conceded their own penalty in front of the posts. Mac Mason lined up the shot and gave the home team the victory. Another loss for Atlanta, as Austin get 3 consecutive victories for the first time in their history. The final match of the weekend had New York hosting their first game at Cochran Stadium, with DC returning from their bye week. The Roosters got the scoring started as a breakaway run led up to Andrew Ellis crossing the line for the home side. Old Glory didn't take too long to respond, as a wide pass out to the wing allowed Sam Casano to get his team on the scoreboard as well. DC followed it up with a second as the driving maul crashed over into the try zone to give the visitors a 5-point lead with the conversion. Eager to restore their lead, New York fired up into the opposition 22 before a pass out to Troy Lockyer allowed him to break through the line and with the conversion get Rooney back on top. DC were only 2 points adrift but eager to get back. A calculated line break combined with great offloading allowed Old Glory to score in the corner and regain the lead. It was end-to-end stuff as New York scored another try from the driving maul to regain the lead before the break, with the home side leading by 7 at half-time. While a penalty got DC back within 4, a superb intercept allowed Dan Hollinshead to run under the post for a 7-pointer, and New York's lead stretched further. It was only minutes later before DC would make amends, utilising the crash ball to go over for their own 7-pointer, as both teams had now earned the try bonus point. When some confusion emerged from a drop ball, it was Quinn Nawadi that capitalised for New York, picking it up and scoring in the corner to extend their lead once more over DC. After Bonasso was sent to the sin bin for repeat infringements, DC used the man advantage to score the final try of the game with the driving maul. The conversion brought them back to a 4-point margin, but Old Glory were unable to capitalise further. End-to-end stuff for both teams, but it was New York that got the full complement in New Jersey.
Also returning, that man with the ball, Michael Basker. That ball spills forward in contact. Denison finds Sissel Africa. Africa. Oh, look at the running of Cecil Africa. We've seen her on the World Series for sevens. Basson back inside to Clark. What a try. It's the Legion. They're back on the coast and they're taking it coast to coast.
Look at him on the counter. First the loose ball, a good double up tackle there. Audsley in the centers. And then Africa goes to work, skipping through a tackle, and Basson unloads it to Cam Clark. That's just a great try. End-to-end stuff from the Legion.
These are my predictions for round 6. What are your predictions for round 6? And what was your favourite match of round 5? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that bell notification to stay up to date on all the videos for Hard Line Rugby. As always, my name is Stuart, and thanks for watching.